Hello everybody, this is Spirited Senior here again. Got some more news. This is from Puppet String News. DOJ immigration prosecutions at highest point in 25 years. This data started being recorded 25 years ago. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? This is from the Epoch Times. Report. Department of Justice officials announced Friday that in fiscal year 2019 U.S. ago, the 2019 tally reversed a decline in recent years in federal prosecutions of felony illegal re-entry defendants, misdemeanors, improper entry defendants, and felony alien smuggling defendants, the department said in a statement. A total of 25,426 felony illegal re-entry cases were brought in 2019, an 8.5% increase over the previous fiscal years of 23,426. The previous high mark for such prosecutions came in 2010 with 24,676 cases. On misdemeanor improper entry, a new annual high mark was set with 80,866 cases filed, an 18.5% increase, far outdistancing the previous record set last year with 68,470 cases. Alien smuggling prosecutions were up 15.4% to 4,297 cases. The 4,172 cases filed in 2006 was the previous record for alien smuggling prosecutions in a single fiscal year. Now you note here how they say the previous filing was in 2006, and now this filing is 2019. Where are all the other filings in between? I mean, is that when Obama was in office? Pretty much so. He started 2008. So yeah, they didn't even take numbers down then. I guess they couldn't be bothered. Well, it's all their voters, base. That's their voter base. They don't have one that's American. Their voter base is illegal aliens. DOJ prosecutions of illegal aliens are at their highest level in 25 years. And this data didn't even start getting collected until this data started getting collected 25 years ago. Now, I don't know why they put that sentence in. Obviously, what this shows is two things, really, with DOJ prosecutions of illegal aliens involved in immigration crime for illegal entry to human smuggling. What this shows is that the Trump administration is very serious about their stance on immigration. Obviously, administrations before the Trump administration didn't care about illegal aliens breaking our immigration laws and let illegal aliens involved in human smuggling at the border walk free. For the first time since the data started getting collected 25 years ago, the DOJ prosecution of illegal aliens and those involved in immigration crimes like smuggling at the border are at their highest point in 25 years under Trump. Well, it's no wonder, because nobody was even counting it before then. Not during the Obama administration, Yes, I don't know what to say about Obama. He was like a Trojan horse put in to America. That's what he was. Confirmed. Obama administration ignored State Department warnings on Biden dealings in Ukraine. Yes. Breitbart reports the Obama administration dismissed warnings raised by top State Department official George Kent in 2015 that the Ukraine company was employing then Vice President Joe Biden's son, Hunter, at the time was corrupted, the Washington Post confirmed Thursday. Well, no kidding. No kidding. The Post's report suggested the Obama administration allowed Hunter Biden to continue serving on Burisma Holdings board of directors, although it knew the company was corrupt. Yeah, just turn a blind eye there, Obama, like he did with everything else. Well, like I said, he was sent in to be a Trojan horse, and he did a good job at it, trying to destroy America, I'm telling you. AOC's campaign caught giving $200,000 to Middle Seat Consulting firm created by founder of Justice Democrats. What a surprise, eh? What a surprise. They're all crooked as hell. Honest to God. I don't know what to say, you know, like, where do people not think these people are crooked? That's what they've been. Free Beacon reports Rep. Alexander Ocasio-Cortez campaign committee dished out more than $200,000 during the third quarter to Middle Seat Consulting, a firm established by a co-founder of Justice Democrats, the far-left group that propelled the freshman Democrat into office. So they got paid off for doing this. Ocasio-Cortez's campaign hauled in $1.4 million in contributions and reported, $924,349 in operating expenditures between July 1st and September 3rd. Its filing showed. Middle East Consulting, a firm that supports campaigns, organization, and causes fighting for radical justice, climate action, immigration rights, intersectional feminism, economy justice, and more, was paid $210,364 by the Freshman Representatives Committee during this time for email fundraising, digital ad commission, list rentals, and strategy. Wow. The disbursements are a major increase from the combined $89,000 it gave to Middle Seat during the first and second quarters. Ocasio-Cortez's committee has, however, now cut the group's checks totaling $300,000 this year. Middle Seat is the campaign's highest paid vendor. Wow, OAC campaign like Rep. Omar's campaign have been caught, finally, on paper with their campaign finance violations, as OAC's campaign, like Omar's campaign, have both enriched consulting firms. They're disgusting. That's all I gotta say. After the discovery of OAC's campaign, funneling money into the businesses of her top campaign aide, to the tune of $1 million, AOC campaign has again been caught putting campaign cash in violation of campaign finance laws into the firm of Middle Seat, Middle East may as well be, Seat Consulting. And go figure, this firm was founded by the co-founder of Justice Democrats. Who is funded by who? George Soros, of course. With both reps and Cortez and Omar being discovered as illegally placing campaign cash into business firms, two of the four horsemen of the Democrat-controlled Congress should now be facing federal investigations followed by expulsion from the Congress. Then, jail time, please. Jail time. It's what they deserve. Okay, oh wow. Moving on, State Department, Hillary email investigation finds 600 violations involving 38 individuals. 38 individuals. This is from the Daily Caller. State Department investigators probing Hillary's excuse me, use of a private email server as Secretary of State discovered nearly 600 incidences that violated agency policy, according to a report the Daily Caller News Foundation obtained. The investigation conducted by the State Department's Bureau of Diplomatic Security found 38 individuals were culpable for 91 security violations. Another 497 violations were found, but no individuals were found culpable in those incidences. Well, I hope they find them, because there's always somebody behind it. The investigation concluded September 6th, and to the report dated September 13th. The investigation sought to determine if the exchange of emails on Clinton's server represented failure to properly safeguard classified information, and whether any individuals at state were culpable for any of the failures. Well, who's culpable if it's not an individual in the State Department? Like, who's culpable? Nobody? Just out of thin air? I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. The State Department investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private server sounds like doom for the Obama-Clinton network, as the state investigation has discovered 600 violations by 38 individuals. Obviously, one of the individuals involved in these violations, founded by the State Department investigation into Clinton's private email server use, would have to be, guess who? Hillary Clinton. The question is, who would the other 37 other individuals be? Well, I got a couple of names, you know. The following investigation by the State Department discovering 600 violations should be bad news for both James Comey and Loretta Lynch, because during their faux investigation, they both let Hillary walk from justice. Besides who these 38 individuals are, will we see the Pompeo State Department hand this investigation over to AG Barr? Well, I certainly hope so, eh? And will prosecutions now come out of this investigation by the State Department into Clinton's email server that has found 600 violations? I mean, I hope they better hand it over. I mean, you can't deny this has happened anymore. You can't pretend and push it aside. Everybody knows about it. You better prosecute. She needs to be far more than just in jail, okay, for the crime she's committed against humanity. The woman needs to be in jail, I'm telling you. I don't know what else to tell you about that. Well, here we go. Chinese national sent to prison for 40 months for conspiring to export U.S. military space tech to China. Yeah. Chinese national sentenced to 40 months in prison for conspiring to illegally export military and space-grade technology from the U.S. to China. What do you think Hillary was doing? That fucking thing is in my face. Oh my God. Oh. Reports, Justice Government reports on October 16th, 2019 United States District Judge Diane H. Humtewa sentenced Teo Lee, a 39-year-old Chinese national, to 40 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. He should be in Gitmo. He should be in Gitmo. Yes. Lee, or Lai, or however, it's L-I, how you pronounce his last name, had previously pled guilty to conspiring to export military and space-grade technology to the People's Republic of China without a license, in violation of the International Emergency Economic Power Act. This case is one of many involving illegal attempts to take U.S. technology to China. Now, China isn't all that bright, are they? They steal the U.S. technology. Lee attempted to procure highly sensitive U.S. military technology in violation of our export control laws. Such laws are in place to protect our national security, and the Department of Justice will continue to vigorously enforce them, said Assistant Attorney General John C. Demers. I like that name. So they're just continuing to go after these people. Why do Democrats and their media continue to be silent on multiple Chinese national U.S. citizens going down for conspiring with China over the last few months in America? It almost shows all of us with the silence that the Democrats' establishment and their media co-conspirators are all involved in this selling out America to China. Well, aren't you surprised? I mean, really, are you surprised? No. We have had multiple individuals under Trump sent away for conspiring with China, which involves federal employees and Chinese nationals. Only a matter of time now when we get a U.S. politician guilty of conspiring with China, likely involving military hardware and information. You almost have to be curious now how these Chinese nationals are even getting this information in the first place. Well, I know one name is Feinstein. I mean, her husband has companies over in China. Hello? I don't get it. She should be in jail. Hillary, Umar Abedin, all of them. Obama. Although I heard not too long ago he was executed. Whether you want to believe that or not, it's up to you. I don't know if I believe it or not, but it would be a damn good thing if he was. That's all I gotta say. Moving on here. Senate fails to block Trump veto over military funding for the wall and national emergency at the border. The Epoch Times reports the Senate didn't get enough votes to override President Trump's veto excuse me, of a resolution that, if it had gone through, would have ended the emergency declaration that included an order to use national security funds to build the wall at the southern border. The vote on Thursday was 53 to 36. 10 Republicans sided with Democrats in voting to try to override the veto. Remember these names. Senators Roy Blunt, Susan Collins. She's always voting against things. Mike Lee, of course, of Utah. Lisa Murkowski. Wasn't she the one that Feinstein was threatening in the hallway there? Yes. Rand Paul. Now that is weird. Rob Portman. Mitt Romney, of course. Marco Rubio. Yes, he wants them all to flow in. He does. He's bought and paid for. Pat Toomey and Roger Wicker. Trump vetoed an identical resolution from the House on March 15, a day after the Senate approved the resolution of 59 to 41. Well, it looks like the attempt to block Trump's national emergency at our border with Mexico and the attempt to block military funding for the wall has officially failed. Like everything else, they're a bunch of failures. The U.S. Senate, with a 53 to 47 Republican majority, has failed to block Trump's veto that would allow the military funding for the wall and continue the national emergency at the border, has officially failed, and has the U.S. Senate failed to get the votes to block Trump's veto. With this vote failing in the U.S. Senate, this should simply mean that there is now nothing the Democrat establishment and a few rhinos can do to block Trump's wall. By the way, 10 Republican senators did vote to block the veto. The names are above, yes. Don't forget the names. Do not vote these people back. Mitt Romney. Why do people keep voting him back in? You know he's rotten as hell, but you keep voting him back in. What is the matter with you people? Get on the ball, eh? Or get some. One or the other. I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, Judicial Watch reveals Obama's State Department spied on U.S. citizens, Trump allies with help from foreign sources. Oh, no, yes. On Hannity reports, Judicial Watch, President Tom Fitton stopped by Sean Hannity's show this week to weigh in on their breaking story claiming Obama-era officials used foreign resources to monitor American journalists and allies of President Trump. Excuse me, I have a cold. Certain citizens were monitored to get information that could hurt Donald Trump. That would be a violation of the U.S. Constitution. Now we know we've had surveillance at very high levels, says Hannity. We know for certain that this happened. Our sources said it did. Fitton fired back. The concern is that the government and representatives abroad can't use public resources to track communications by Canadian citizens. Evidently, that was going on. Evidently it was, wasn't it? After the discovery of Obama's former ambassador to the Ukraine was revealed as spying on U.S. journalists like John Solomon and Sarah Carter, we are now finding out the Obama State Department spied on American citizens with help from foreign resources. Not only does this show that the Obama State Department used foreign sources to spy on American citizens, but this reveals also involves the Obama State Department using those foreign sources to spy on American journalists and allies to Trump. These foreign sources that likely helped the Obama-Clinton-Kerry State Department to spy on America and Trump through foreign sources very well involve other members of the Five Eyes nations and any nation involved in pay-to-play with the Obama administration. Obama's illegal spying ring not only involved an illegal use of visa, but it's now confirmed foreign resources with help from the Obama State Department were also involved. Well, you know, the more that comes out, the better it is. And these people have to be brought to trial. You know, I mean, honest to God. Wow, here we go. This is Shifty Shift. Itinerary shows staffer for Rep Schiff flew to Ukraine to meet impeachment witness. Wow. This is from Breitbart. Itinerary for a trip to Ukraine in August organized by the Atlantic Council think tank reveals that a staffer of Rep. Adam Schiff's House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence held a meeting during the trip with acting U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine Bill Tyler, now a key witness for Democrats pursuing impeachment. The Atlantic Council is funded by and works in partnership with Burisma, the natural gas company at the center of allegations regarding Joe Biden and his son, Hunter Biden. Taylor has been called by House Democrats to appear next week to provide a deposition as part of the investigation being led by Adam Schiff into President Trump's phone call with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. How many times have we had revelations coming out that show Rep. Schiff is directly involved with this Trump-Ukraine hoax or directly involved with Ukraine when it comes to this whistleblower hoax? And Rep. Schiff, we already learned that 2 staffers for Schiff were directly involved with the hoax whistleblower, as well as Schiff violating the whistleblower law by coming into contact with the whistleblower before the ICIG. By the way, what's interesting with this development is this staffer for Rep. Schiff going to Ukraine to make contact with an impeachment witness was organized by the Atlantic Council, which is funded by and works directly with Ukraine's Burisma. Isn't that strange? So not only do we have an itinerary showing a staffer for Schiff went to Ukraine, but we now likely connect Rep. Schiff to involvement in Ukraine's Burisma. Now, is that a surprise to anybody? Now, that's good, and I think I'll leave it there. I hope everybody has a good day, and leave me comments if you want to. Let me know what you think. Thank you for listening.